Hey everyone, welcome again to our channel. My name is Daniel, and in this video we are going to talk about what the consular officer knows about you before the start of your DV visa interviews. So guys, if you are watching us for the first time and if you have not subscribed to our channel, it is always our humble request that you consider subscribing to this channel, share our videos, like them, and make comments on what other topics you may want us to be discussing. So, as you all know, after the DV lottery selection process, those who are lucky will receive their first notification letters and the instructions on how to go about filling the DS-260 forms for the principal applicant and all the derivatives in the applications. Therefore, much of the questions that the consular officer is going to ask will come from the DS-260 forms, and that's why this form is called as the visa interview form. So when you be filling your DS-260 form, you are supposed to fill it in the right manner, filling with the right information, because whatever that you write in the DS-260 form is the same thing they expect to give during your visa interview. So the consular officers are trained to conduct the visa interviews fairly and professionally. That is, you are supposed to be given sufficient time to answer the questions without interruptions, and you should be treated with dignity and respect regardless of the adjudication decision, whether to approve or deny the visa. And in cases where the decision is difficult or may be controversial, you will see the consular officers consulting and making a thorough record of the interview so that the basis for his or her visa denial or decision is fully documented in case there will be an appeal from the visa applicant. So before the DV lottery interview starts, a consular officer will have access to the processed DS-260 forms for the principal applicant and the derivatives. The consular officer will quickly go through the processed DS-260 forms, looking for specific and red flags as they are indicated from KCC. As the consular officer scans through your forms, we'll be looking at your qualification in the DV lottery, either through education or work experience. And that's why they will ask questions on the level of education, and we like to see the original high school certificate if you qualify through education, or what work experience you qualify with in the DV lottery. Again, they must go through your travel history to know more about you and the countries you have lived in for more than 6 months and what you are doing in those countries. Hence, they will demand to see the police clearance certificates from the countries you have lived in for more than 6 months. Also, from the DS-260 forms, they will be able to see your marital status as they will be asking questions on the same as to prove what you indicated in the DS260 form is what is coming out of your mouth, and to know whether your status has changed since the time you did your DV lottery application. Background information about you, the principal applicant, and the derivative is also part of the most important things they look at, since they do not want to admit people with past and present criminal records to the United States. And that's why they would always demand to have a police clearance from your country and the countries you have lived in after the age of 18, and for all the derivatives above the age of 18. In case the consular officer feels that there's need for a further background check arising from the interview, they will always give you a yellow paper awaiting the outcome of a further or detailed background check on you or on some of your derivatives. They would also look at any information provided about your social media, looking at the content that may raise red flags or may be incompatible with the information provided in the DS260 forms or in the petition process. Also, they will have a chance to go through your host information for them to understand more about where you are going, the state, the city, and the zip code. That's why they do ask questions about your host, whether you changed the original host as provided in the DS260 forms for proper documentation. Some embassies will also ask for Form I-134 and its accompanying documents, like the copy of your host's DL, copy of your host is IRS transcripts, copy of your host's passport, or a copy of your host's certificate of naturalization, in case your host has become a citizen. Finally, the consular officer will compare the passport photo provided and the photo that you used during your DV lottery applications. And in case there are big contrast between the two, they will always deny the visa under section 221G, a photo requirement. So it's good to be keen on the photo requirement as you apply, and those ones you will be providing. So guys, we are happy that we are doing very well as a family. Let's keep on supporting one another as we do this. See you in our next video. Bye bye.